it's Awesome Happy Jace, and I have Warrior the Amazon, and today we are doing conspiracy theories.
New soundboard.
So anyway, so I have some conspiracy theories written down here. Not just that, but I'm gonna look up some as well, like throughout, and we're just gonna kind of talk about them and stuff like that. So yeah, okay, let's go through. I have 5 of them, but we're just gonna Okay. So the first one is that Walt Disney wanted to put Anaheim in a bubble and be their god. Did you know that?
I did not. That sounds oddly utopian-esque.
Oh yeah, I know. It's weird because actually it's a lot of people that was a theory that people said, just kind of like the same theory as people were like, oh, Walt Disney's head and body is buried in I don't know how to spell it, but cryogenic.
Yeah, cryogenic.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one theory that is. So I don't know. That kind of makes you wonder if Walt Disney was still alive, would he still do it?
I would say he tried to get. I don't think he would. I think he might continue to make more projects for the newer generation of kids and try to adapt Disney's way of giving entertainment to families.
Yeah.
Make it more interesting for generations to of the future.
Yeah, because I always wonder, because there's one where it's what if his loyal subjects see
his minions
see this theory, and then they're just let's try to recreate it. So then they try to recreate it, and then it's and then they try to make it real, and then they try to be God, and they're everyone has to listen to Walt Disney and everything.
Oh, good Lord.
That would be scary.
Weird.
Next theory. Oh yeah, this is what we just mentioned right now, that Walt Disney is frozen on the bottom of Disneyland. What do you think about that?
I've heard of rumors of that. I also heard rumors that the same thing happened to Michael Jackson with his head. It was frozen and then kept in the basement of the Jackson mansion house or whatever.
See, there's different theories about that, because there's one theory where it's there's one theory that his head's on the bottom, there's one theory that his entire body's on the bottom, and there's one theory where he's not frozen down there, he's frozen in Disney World in Florida, not in Disneyland. And then it's weird, because I guess I would kind of believe that, because there are tunnels down there, so then characters can go in and out. So I would understand that.
I just now thought of this. Imagine they the statue that's right in front of the castle.
Yeah.
I got a feeling that they either encast his body into that statue or the complete opposite.
I could have a theory that something really secret and something really powerful is hidden within the statue that nobody knows about. That's my theory, but I don't even know.
It's just a theory. A man cub theory.
Yeah, I like that. Man cub theory.
Which I don't know if you want to share.
Oh yeah, tattoos.
Yeah.
These aren't real tattoos, by the way.
I drew these. There's my arm. Yeah, mine means warrior. Mine means 11.
So
yeah.
Next theory. So this one I wrote and I put Disneyland is falling apart. So I had a few theories about this, and I kind of had some ideas of some things. So as you know, there's been deaths at Disneyland.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, but there was some things recently that had happened. One of them was that people got sick, which was recently. It was a few months ago. In the summer when they spray the stuff to keep people cool.
Oh yeah, the water in California Adventureland.
I think so. I don't know, but it was
there's this area near the Soaring over California. They have this area where people can cool off.
Oh yeah, and basically I guess it got contaminated and they got people sick, and some people even died.
Did not even know that. It might if it was a few months ago, it could be that dangerous flu virus that was going around that actually killed people.
Probably, or they could be making the same mistake, because if you guys remember River Country, they did the same thing where the water was contaminated by bacteria and stuff like that, which got people sick, and they could be doing the same thing. Also, another reason why is because it's actually funny, because in one of the animatronics in Adventureland on The Little Mermaid, Ursula's head falls off.
There were pictures of that on Twitter.
Yeah,
and I think Tumblr, and I think this was a weird thing. Someone even got a shot of King Triton. I don't know why they got a shot of his belly button.
Oh,
I'm why? What? Why is that necessary? I mean, Ariel has one, so why can't he have one?
So my theory is that something big is going on, something really big is going on, something that's causing.
They did well, they are like adding some new like lands there, and they're getting rid of one ride, which is the Lilo and Stitch ride. And I don't think
They don't have a Lilo and Stitch ride.
well, it wasn't there. It was at another one.
At Disney World?
It might have been at Disney World.
Oh. Yeah, but I think something like big. I mean, I had like a theory about what it was going to be, but then I actually forgot. So
well.
I'm like, I had this huge theory of like what it could be, and then now I forgot.
What does it mean?
I don't know. So
Next theory.
here's number 3, and actually I was looking this up too. One of them was deja vu might be when someone goes back in time and causes us to relive it.
I want to say that because there'll be moments where like I would like I'm having a normal day and like I might have had like a dream or whatever of like me being in this scenario, and then like a month or a year or so goes by and I feel like I'm reliving that moment. And
Yeah.
it's the weirdest thing ever, because like it either feels like you relived that moment like before, or like relived that moment like in a similar way, but you don't remember it ever happening.
Yeah, I have several there's several theories like saying like
Amnesia.
yeah, there's like just several theories. I don't know, like, but that's like one of them. And then
Weird.
let's see, what was the one that I thought of that I saw yesterday? It's weird how deja vu works. Like a lot of people think that it's like yeah. Oh no, here was the theory. It was that probably like maybe like kind of like start over, like you know when you start over,
Like a video
kind
game,
of like
restart.
a video game, video game. Like you die and then you restart from where you ended up. So that's why you had deja vu.
It's weird. It's like human nature. Like imagine like it's God's video game. Like you end up messing up. Like
Yeah.
Like that's when like someone dies. But like say you mess up on something or like didn't do something correctly, you have to restart.
Yeah, you
Like
have to
that's
restart
like
and you have to-
the human's way of dying.
Yeah.
In a video game.
Number 4, UFOs might be time travelers. This one I actually got, I think from Shane Dawson, I think.
Well, if it's like extraterrestrial beings and like have way more advanced technology than us humans, then obviously they're gonna have time travel devices.
That's true. Yeah, because it's like, yeah, like that, it made me wonder, because I was like, wait, could that be true? I don't know. Like, or maybe there's just 2 different ones. Like maybe there's our time travelers that do use stuff like that. Maybe they get the alien technology and then they use that and they go back in time and they're like, hey, let's relive this part, but then they mess something up, you know.
Or they change something that they wanted to change when they thought about it, and then they're able to like rewrite the whole
Probably,
thing.
yeah.
Maybe that could be another reason why people have deja vu.
Yeah, because I know there's times where like sometimes people catch glimpses of like aliens chasing each other in the sky in ships. Like, what if there's like an alien chasing a time traveler, being like, "Hey, get back over here! Give us back our technology!" And then they come back and they're like,
That makes sense.
"Yeah," and they're like, "Hey, get back!" And then that's when people are stopping. They're like, "Oh, we gotta get out of here!" And then they zoom out and all that.
Yeah, I want to say like with time travel, like either say. Like the future, you want to like go back and change the way like you lived things. So they went back in time and actually fixed some things, but your past you remembers what happened, but not the full thing. And then you remember reliving that moment, and you're like wait, didn't I just relive this already?
Yeah.
Like I'm totally like losing it,
Yeah.
or something like that. I don't know. I
Okay,
don't know how
then
time
there's
travel
one
works.
theory that I'm actually really into, and actually it's interesting because I also got this from Shane Dawson. Well, he said something totally different what I'm going to say right now, but it was like similar. So it was like, what if TV shows and movies are just visions that creators have had?
That probably makes sense because this was a video, I didn't watch it, but there was a video on YouTube saying that the Simpsons, which is a show, predicted some events that happened in human society. Like they predicted 9/11.
Yeah.
And they also predicted Trump becoming president.
Well, like what I mean is like basically like what if like, okay, for example, let's just put Transformers out there. Like what if like, let's see, who's the creator of Transformers? I don't know.
Michael Bay, I think.
Well, I mean,
Well, he directed the movies.
He directed the movies. So
The creators, we don't know.
So let's just say Michael Bay like made the Transformers movie, and then let's just say that the Transformers are real, but he just gets a vision of them and is like, hey, let's make it into a movie, you know?
That
So
probably
it's
makes
like-
sense. Like all of those artists out there that like draw characters, kind of like myself, we create like or like predict that these people are going to be existing in the future.
Yeah.
probably.
So what if like Ninja Turtles and Transformers are going to be real in the future, or they are real, but we just get visions of them, and then we kind of put the puzzles together.
It's almost like like we saw them before, but then our memories got erased, and then we get ideas like, hey, let's make movies about these guys and like these robots.
And then it's
whatever,
like,
and then
whoa, they're actually real. It's like, how could they be real?
the government did this.
The government did this. Actually, we don't want to be taken by the government. So
No.
take Shane Dawson. Which leads me to my other theory: is what if it is the government? What if the government knows about this? But what if so if you what's a good example? So the way that I'll use an example like ghosts. The way that ghosts are portrayed in movies, ghosts are sometimes portrayed as, oh, they have a sheet over their head and they walk around and like, ooh, I'm a ghost and all that.
And go boo.
Then you would you be like, if you look at that, would you be like, would you believe in ghosts?
No, I believe a child probably wrote, pictured, tried to picture what a ghost would look like and write a story for it.
Yeah, so that's my theory. Is what if the government knows that ghosts and aliens, all these other creatures are real, and they are going to be real in the future. So they actually make it into a movie or a TV show. So then it distracts us and be like, oh, it's made into a movie or TV show. There's no way that can be real, right?
That's true.
Yeah. So it makes us think like that probably can't be real.
Because there are like a bunch of I guess like those Monster Hunter TV shows.
Yeah.
Like there are people like looking for the Megalodon or Bigfoot or the Yeti or like the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah.
And like there were like some like key points to show that they actually did exist, but it always end up as a dead end because they're not able to like present full pieces of evidence.
Yeah. So that's all the theories that I have, but I do have some Mandela effects. Do you know what those are?
No.
So it's like when you remember something as something, but then it somehow changes, and you're like, wait, but I remember it that way.
Like trying to think of like a childhood memory. Like you say it happened this way, but like your parents say it happened another way.
Well, I'll give you some examples. So I have two right here, but the thing is that I'm gonna look up some more right now. So here's one. Did you know that in Star Wars, he actually never said, Luke, I am your father. He just says, no, I am your father.
No, son, I am your father.
Well, how do you remember it?
I thought it was no, Luke, I am your father or something like that.
No, so everybody remembers it. Everyone remembers Darth Vader saying, Luke, I am your father. But in the actual movie, he just says, no, I am your father.
Oh.
So everybody remembers him saying, Luke, I'm your father, but yet everyone...
Not in the proper way.
But everyone remembers that happening.
Weird. I see what you mean. Like you watch something and like you remember like a couple like maybe like a few weeks ago or years ago, and you remember it being a certain way, but when you rewatch the movie, it's actually a different way. I think I see what you mean.
Well, I mean, like it could be multiple things. Like, do you ever used to watch the Berenstain Bear books?
I don't. But like a family of like
bears.
Family.
And they call them brother, sister, mother, father.
Oh yeah.
So everybody remembers it being called Berenstain Bears, but actually the proper term to be called it is Berenstain Bears.
Berenstain or Berenstein?
Berenstain Bears. Everybody remembers it being called Berenstain Bears, but actually it's actually spelled Berenstain Bears.
I didn't even know what their name was. I just thought they were just the bear family.
Yeah. So hold on, I'm gonna look up the definition.
Berenstain.
Mandela.
Sounds German. Mandela effect.
So here's what it. Oh no. Wait.
There was one for definition.
Oh.
There it is.
Define? I don't know.
No, it's a definition.
Oh, well, oh.
There you go. Like false memory?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So, a false memory is a psychological phenomenon where a person recalls something that did not happen.
So, kind of like, like remember in Frozen?
What?
When Anna got struck with Elsa's ice and the troll changed her memory?
What do you mean?
Like removing memories of magic?
Oh, yeah.
It was like that.
Yeah.
Only, like, magic.
Okay, so do you know what Oscar Mayer is?
Who?
Oscar Mayer? Like Oscar Mayer wiener. No?
No.
Never mind. Okay,
Oscar Mayer wiener.
Okay. what's the proper one? Sex in the City or Sex and the City?
Sex and the City.
Wait, what is it?
Are you referring to the show Sex and the City or the
So
movie
how
Sex and the City?
how do you think it sounds? Sex in the City or Sex and the City?
Sex and the City. And
Okay, because everybody remembers it being Sex in the City, but then everybody got shocked when it was actually spelled Sex and the City.
no, it was always Sex and the. I remember there was even a show that said the title of the movie, so I
Yeah.
knew it was Anne, but I didn't know people actually thought it was in.
Yeah,
instead of Anne.
no, it's not what people think. It's people remember. Everybody remembers it being Sex in the City.
Kind of like what's another example?
So to spell Kit Kat, so like this.
Yeah.
Do you remember there being a dash in there?
I want to say there was.
Everybody remembers there being a dash right here.
Do you think maybe they actually changed it at some point? They just didn't tell anybody?
I don't know, but then when people try to ask questions, everyone's like, "Oh no, there was never a dash in it. There was always like Kit Kat."
It could be the way it's typed out like when you're like texting or like trying to like look it up on the thing.
Maybe, I don't know. But let's see. Okay, for Chick-fil-A, like, so this is what people think. So this is how people remember it, but this is how it was actually spelled.
Oh.
Which one do you
We went
remember?
past the Chick-fil-A, and I thought it was the top one.
You thought it was this one?
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, that's how everybody remembers it, but it's actually spelled this way.
What the age?
I know, right? It blows your mind, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what a Mandela effect
That is
does.
so weird.
So let's see. I'm trying to really think of more. Okay, so do you remember Pikachu having this black thing right here?
Yes.
Like, people see that actually wasn't true. He was actually like this.
Oh, I was puzzling about that. 'Cause, like, did he have a black thing on his tail? I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, maybe not.
So everybody remembers him having this black thing right here, but he actually looks like this.
That must be why, like, some of the drawings some people do not always match up to certain characters.
Yeah. So for Looney Tunes, do you remember it being this way or this way?
I thought it was the double O. I don't know why would they call it tunes, like music tunes, when it was actually about cartoon characters, like with the double O.
Yeah, so everybody remembers it being Looney Tunes, but it's actually spelled like this.
That's so weird.
I know, it's like
what
weird.
the H?
Let me see if I can find one more. I think there's the Curious George. Okay. Do you remember Curious George having a tail or not having a tail?
Not having a tail.
Yeah, so everybody remembers him having a tail, but he actually doesn't have a tail.
I've seen Curious George enough to where I remember he does not have a
Yeah,
tail.
I remember him not having a tail either.
Besides, it looks weird.
Yeah, I know, it does. I know, so it's weird. And then,
It's another one.
yeah, so everybody remembers, yeah, like I said, the Berenstain Bears. So,
That is, or is there more?
that's all I can think of until I find more.
Oh, Fruit Loops.
What's the Fruit Loops? Hold on, wait, there's another Fruit Loops down here. Fruit Loops, where are Fruit? Oh. Everybody remembers it being like this, but it was actually like this.
I actually remember it with the double O, not the UI.
Yeah, same.
I mean, that's...
Actually, now that I think of it, I think maybe I did remember it like that. Actually, there's one where it was like, what was it? Like, for like, how Tricks Are for Kids, that one?
Huh? Oh,
You know-
Tricks Are for Kids?
Do you know that cereal? How everybody remembers it being shapes, but it was but they're selling it as like little circles.
Actually, I remember they were circles.
But everybody remembers them being shapes. Even I remember them being shapes.
I don't.
Yeah, they said like what? Hold on, wait.
I was gonna say like...
What was it actually called? It's not called Tricks for Kids. It's called Tricks.
Yeah, just called Tricks.
Tricks cereal. So images.
Yeah, see, like circles.
See, but like everybody remembers them. Even I do. Even I do. See, remembers them being like this.
Because that was just a different type of brand of cereal.
No, but they were like that for years. I remember they were like that for years.
I think I remember them being like that, but then they rebranded to just circles.
Yeah, the circles. Yeah. Yeah, but they had that for years.
So that wouldn't even be considered a Mandela effect, would it?
I don't know. See, the
I don't
complete
think it- I
ruined
don't think
Trick
it would.
cereals. This shit looks like dog food. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's all.
That looks boring.
But yeah. But I guess that's it. So should we end it?
Yes, we should.
Okay.
If we think of any more, we'll let you guys know.
Yeah, so we'll come back. So we're
Comment below some Mandela effect.
and some conspiracy theories. Maybe we'll talk about aliens, zombies, unicorns, Bigfoot.
We'll figure it out.
We'll talk about the government, Illuminati. So, okay. Bye.
Bye.